All right. Hey everyone. So I'm back on. This is my second video, and I realized, like, oh my goodness, I'm well into my second month using this acne medication, and I haven't really updated anybody on my progress. And I'm documenting my journey because this is how I personally made a decision. I mean, of course, along with my dermatologist, I decided to, on my first video, pretty much talking about the steps that I made in deciding to take the journey to start the medication Isotretinoin, which is commonly known as Accutane, for my acne. So, of course, I did the Google search and YouTube search and just looked up a whole lot of people that had also either done it or were doing it, and it helped me to make my decision. So I wanted to document my journey because, of course, I felt like, hey, maybe I will or will not experience all those side effects or any of them. So if you're out there and you have your doctor, your dermatologist has mentioned this to you because you've gone through just lifelong acne, or whatever experience that you've had, like for me, that was my experience. I definitely been dealing with acne for most of my life, most of my adult life and partial teenage years, with trying out different regimens. And I just encourage you guys to listen to my first video because I talk about that. But I'm well into my second month, and after my second visit to the dermatologist, he went through the slew of questions to ensure that it was safe to progress with the medication. And at that point, honestly, I had the biggest thing, which is still there: dry lips. Oh my goodness. So I let him know that that was the biggest thing that was happening. And of course, as progress, he wanted to know how I felt about the progress. And of course, I mean, we're always our worst critics, so we judge ourselves the hardest. And I personally didn't really feel like I'm seeing that much effects from it, in terms of positive effects, like, oh my gosh, my face is so clear. So I know that, the scarring is not really, possibly will still be there even after the medication regimen. But it will mainly stop the acne, stop the breakouts. And I went to him exactly when I was having my PMS session, so I was having this active breakout, and I showed him where it was still coming along the jawline and the neck, which is pretty much how it's been going for me for a while, as my one acne turned into another, and then now it's like the cystic hormonal acne going on. So he was able to see that and base his dose and frequency for the second month. And so I started on 30 milligrams once a day, daily, yes. And so he said, we're gonna bump you up to 80 milligrams, which I'm like, oh my gosh, what? That's like 2.5 times the amount that I'm starting on. And he assured me, because my labs were so good. So again, you got to do labs, you got to do your pregnancy test to make sure you have a negative pregnancy test. And my labs were great, so he just assured me, like, your labs are great. They're looking out for different abnormalities in labs, cholesterol levels, all kind of different stuff. So he assured me that those were great, and that this should be safe to progress with a higher dose. So there we are. And it's about a week in that I've been doing the 80 milligrams daily, so 40 milligrams twice. And it's been good. The same thing, the dry lips. As far, I left my hair out because that was a major thing that I was reading, is that some people lost their hair, and it got really, really dry, either eyelashes and all kind of stuff. So my hair is like dry to begin with. So before I started, I knew that I had about a 30-day wait between having to do the first and second pregnancy test, etc. So I kind of overtreated, started going to the hairdresser, which I never do. I'm kind of like real low maintenance when it comes to my hair. But I decided I would go a few times and get a few treatments, and I genuinely think that helped. And that's what I've been trying to do, is just do my hair care through a beautician that pretty much knows what she's doing, in order to keep my hair healthy. And that has, I think, is working. because I don't see that much breakage as I was thinking based on the videos that I was watching, and also just internal health. And I mentioned that to him. The doctor didn't really say whether he felt that that was helping or not, but I was like, mentally, it worked for me. So the 30 days prior, I started amping myself up on my supplements, so multivitamins, omega 3s, because I'm figuring, okay, maybe the good fats will kind of compensate for the dryness that is expected. And so far so good. I don't have any major side effects going on with this. And just being cautious, like some people I saw in their videos, like it is a little bit of a hassle, so you have to go in and sign, even for the second month you got to go back in, you got to answer the questions onto the website, and basically sign your oath that you are on the birth control that is approved. Two forms of birth control, and you have to ensure that your dermatologist is sending in the correct authorization to the pharmacy, because that kind of held up. And if they don't, like, there's only a certain amount of time you have to, between getting that pregnancy test negative, going to the doctor, or having your prescription sent in and picking it up. So, and sometimes the pharmacy I went to didn't have it on hand, so they had to order it and get it the next day. So by the time I recognized, like, I'm like, okay, I'll pick it up today, I knew I had the time, so I waited a day or two, and then I called them, and they're like, okay, the doctor has to send in the authorization. And I'm like, so kind of have to be on top of things once you know that it's being sent. So right away, just and now I know for next time, right away I'll just make sure they fill out the appropriate thing for the pharmacy, so that we could get things going fast and efficiently. But yeah, that's my second month, and I don't know, come close up. I always like to do these videos without any makeup or anything on, so you could kind of see. I don't know if you could see it, how well you can, but you could see the active breakouts. I'm still a popper, doing my best not to do that, but you could see where it's drying up. And that's the thing, like before it would last so many days of just these hard papules where they were hard and they hurt, and I'm not getting that as much. As soon as they come out, within the 24 hours, I wake up the next morning, they're pretty dry. And of course, as the dermatologist mentioned, just use more moisturizer. So for the video, I didn't put on extra moisturizer, so you guys could kind of see how it is progressing. And I'm excited to show you guys my next update. I'm not certain whether, I'm just excited to tell you guys, because I don't know whether we'll stay on the same regimen or if he'll go up some milligrams. Not sure, but let's see. And I hope to be able to show you guys some more of my journey, so that if you were thinking of making this decision to use this medication, you can use this as an assistance to see what I did and how it came out. All right, guys, have a good day.